Hi everyone, Erica Rendell. I just wanted to say hello and talk about the Vancouver real estate market for a few minutes. As always, if you do have questions about your home's value, if you need to sell your property, your condo or townhouse, if you have a suite in Vancouver and you need to get your suite sold, please feel free to reach out to me. We can talk about strategy, we can talk about price, of course. I'll be honest with you and I'll give you an accurate number as to what your home is worth and what it'll probably sell for in today's marketplace. And I would be more than happy to assist. Oh, sorry, messages coming in, but I'd be more than happy to assist with any questions that you might have. Okay, so the marketplace and where are we today? It's almost the middle of October. I've said that twice. Anyhow, okay, so sales are down when we look at the numbers and we look at the actual sales compared to this time last year. Sales are down 45% actually compared to a year ago. Sales are down 35% compared to the last 10 years. So, you know, those two numbers, 45, 35, 40, 30, which is what they were last month, those have been sort of the same on a downwards trend for 3 or 4 months. But what's really sort of everybody's concern and question is what's happening out there, and are we seeing prices come down? Are prices edging downwards? You know, is it a good time to sell? Is it a lousy time to market my property? And all these questions are sort of circling around buyers' minds because it is confusing, because with the Bank of Canada and all the other central banks around the world raising their interest rates in an effort to cut out or stamp out all of this inflation, the cost to borrow funds has risen substantially over the last couple of months and in a very short period of time. And all the data analysis has proven this, and this has resulted in a more challenging environment for borrowers looking to purchase a property. And the home sales in all of the region have actually dropped accordingly. So when the home sales are dropping and the buyer demand is not as high as it was in the spring, and we're seeing more inventory come to the marketplace, which of course is accumulating, that gives buyers more selection of homes to look through. So out of that sort of, 2 or 3 sentences, what we're seeing is we are seeing a downwards pressure on prices, for sure. When we look at the typical price or a typical sort of house, I should say, in Greater Vancouver, the average price as of today for a house is $1,906,000. This price is still up 4% compared to last year, but it is down slightly compared to last month, about 2.4%, I believe. It is 2.4% lower than what it was last month. When we look at the sale price as of today for a typical condo in Vancouver, the price today would be around $728,000, and this price is up almost 6.5% compared to last year. So still up over last year, down slightly compared to last month. I mean, you're going to see fluctuation of a couple of percent here and there. This is real estate, but these numbers are important if you're looking at values and if you're watching the market closely, like most of us are. But anyhow, and then the average price as of today for a townhouse property is $1,048,000, and this price is up 9.1% over the last 12 months, and it's actually down 1.9% compared to the news release numbers that came out 30-40 days ago. So anyhow, overall, yes, it is definitely more of it is a balanced marketplace in a lot of areas, but it is also a buyer's marketplace for sure in a lot of different neighborhoods. The sales to active listings ratio right now is sitting just below 17% at 16.9%. This number is such an important number that we look at because it really indicates the speed of the marketplace. How fast are homes selling, compared to 3 or 4 months ago? Well, if we look at that number back in March, for example, in April, the sales to active listings ratio was 50%. So this number is down quite a bit over the last 3 or 4 months. It was actually about 24% in July. So the lower this number gets towards 12%, that's when we are sort of technically in a, you know, in a solid buyer's marketplace, which means there's more negotiating power for the buyers. Although their purchasing power is lower right now because of the rising interest rates, there is actually a lot of opportunities for the buyers with this with this buyer sort of marketplace changing environment that we are experiencing. And with that means, you know, negotiating on prices, negotiating the dates on the closing of a property, negotiating the price, of course, most importantly. You can now actually make an offer and you're not in competition with other buyers. You can put an offer forward at a price that you're comfortable with. You can put subjects on the offer. You can allow 4 or 5 days, you know, to read through the documents and have the bank go through your documents as well. And it's a lot, you know, it's a really cool, or it's a really sort of comfortable pace. So we're not as hurried as we were, you know, back in the spring. So there's a lot of upside to this, you know, sort of changing marketplace for the buyers, that is, of course. And as for the sellers, you know, it's sort of a good time for sellers as well right now to sell their property, because prices, although they're down, you know, maybe 2 or 3%, you know, over the last, you know, few months, so to speak, real estate goes up and down all the time. And it's really about when the time is right for you to actually sell. We do expect things to stabilize. We're not going to see, I hope we don't see, fingers crossed, you know, a major downslide in prices in the next, you know, few weeks. That really never happens in a short period of time. So there is upside and there is opportunities for sellers, but there's for sure opportunities for buyers as well. And, you know, but without going on, if you, as I said in the beginning, if you do have questions about your home's value, if you'd like a free market evaluation, please feel free to reach out to me. I've got an excellent team in place, and I'd be happy to share, you know, more information with you and be useful and give you, even additional information on your neighborhood. Okay, hope you're all doing well and enjoying the nice weather. Thanks.